Okay, everyone. Hello. Hello, hello. We're here. Welcome to our mini mindful moment number 11. Wow. Um, we are talking today about leading confidently. Let me go ahead and start sharing the slides I have for you on this topic of leading confidently, trusting yourself to make the right decisions. Let me set up my screen here so I can see as much as possible with what's going on here. So I am Karen Tax, and I am a leadership coach who guides people at all levels of an organization through mindfulness practices that build their leadership presence and confidence in themselves and others. And as a leader, it can be really challenging to trust your instincts when making decisions. I like this particular image a lot, showing, the fork in the road kind of thing every time you make a decision, and how those decisions impact your ability to meet your organization's goals. And this could be, you could think of yourself as a leader, you could be a C-suite executive, you could be anyone in an organization, and you need to be paying attention to this kind of stuff. Anyone can benefit from learning about this stuff and experiencing this kind of mini mindful moment. So many leaders create plans to achieve their goals. And I started out as a computer scientist, software engineer. This is what we did. What are my design requirements? And let me get the plan to meet those requirements. But oftentimes people overlook the value they're creating, setting clear performance targets and considering investment implications. So by defining value, I'm talking about what is it that your customer actually needs and will use. Okay. Most people, forget about that part. Some strategic leaders will diagnose their current situation and conduct a gap analysis, which that's an improvement. But we want to actually do all of these things plus what very, very few leaders do, which is super important, is to consider the personal and organizational integrity as a foundation for your plan. So integrity, what am I talking about here? I mean, you would think everybody would know about integrity, but it's one of those things where it's like too often we don't think about it. Integrity anchors you to, and I've used this image of the tree before because it's just the tree, integrity. It anchors you to your best qualities as individuals and also as your brand as an organization or business. And it's related to your identity, which defines what it is that you're standing for. Like I think of it as your identity is like the energetic through line or the tree of who you are, and that defines the capacity that you bring to all your activities. So this tree that I'm sharing has a lot of capacity. A younger tree, a tiny tree, wouldn't have the same kind of capacity. That's what we're talking about, identity and growing into bigger and bigger identities that define more and more capacity, right? So when you are out of integrity, yeah, you're not connected to those deeper parts of who you are, individual or organization. You may drive toward goals that are misaligned with your individual and organizational capabilities. This is why this piece is so important. And this is where you see businesses doing like really stupid stuff that because they're not paying attention to who they are. So strategic work must flow with integrity from your identity. This is the IMAX compass, the tool that we use to guide. At the center of the compass is identity, and everything flows from identity in the center to your culture and strategy and into the work, the strategy and objectives that you're working toward. So strategy flows into operational excellence. And with this approach, you're you're tapping into your core essence as an individual and your company's brand through to the value that you create with every aspect of your work. So from center to the culture and strategy, through the value you create with every aspect of your work. So this is strategy. I like to think of this as strategy that moves into operational flow. And with this approach, you will make quicker, correct decisions, build your team's capacity, and increase their resilience when you pay attention to these parts of the process of your business. So all of the mini mindful moments that I am offering are guided by the compass, this IMX compass that I use. And the compass is based on the rhythm of the seasons and the days, which is something we can all relate to, as we all live on the planet and we're all a part of these seasons and the cycles of the days. I actually provided an experience of the compass in the first mini mindful moment. So if you missed that, make sure you go back and experience that when you get a chance. There's a link to that in the description of this event. So today, we are in the south of the compass. We're down here in summer. And so, but before we go to get into the south, we have to remember to first start with personal integrity or organizational integrity, whichever it is you want to be thinking about. Then what you are taking a stand for as a leader in the north, that comes next. So think about that huge tree when you're thinking about standing in your integrity. Then we can move into well-defined goals that are in the east. That's where we're headed, which altogether enables you and your team to trust your instincts here in the south and make quick, correct decisions that grow your capacity and resilience and serve your customer best. Okay, all of that in a mindfulness practice. Who knew that we could get into all this kind of stuff in a mindfulness practice? But this is where I think we can have really an edge in what we're doing in business, is by tapping into these deeper places of who we are. Let me stop sharing here and let's go ahead and go into the mindfulness practice. And what I want you to do now is just get comfortable with this information that I shared with you. It's probably all up in your head. Let's let go of all of that and let yourself get comfortable. And go ahead and close your eyes. And notice your breath. Breath is what you can use to consistently bring yourself, into that core, the center of the compass, the center of you, the center of your integrity. So let your breath go in and out. Just notice how it naturally happens. And let your breath bring you into your center, wherever that feels alive and real to you, the center of you. And notice how, as you breathe, notice your breath, how your whole body can feel alive as a result of just noticing your breath. Your breath reaches every cell in your body. So just let yourself breathe into each cell of your body. And notice your energy in your body, the aliveness permeating your being, your body. And let this energy that you're noticing, let it just move through your body from head down through your torso and legs and into your feet and just on down into the ground. Notice how there's always more energy here, always more energy coming into your body. this aliveness. And as you let the energy drop through the bottom of your feet and into the ground, this is grounding you into this physical reality. Let your body feel the tree-like strength that that kind of grounding can give you. Maybe sit up a little straighter even than you have been. Notice whatever thoughts are still floating around in your mind, whatever feelings are here, and let them just float through your your body and being. Just let your thoughts and feelings float through like motes of dust floating in a breeze. You could just let them go for now. In these many mindful moments, all of you is welcome here. All of your humanness, your human aspects, your talents and skills. And let yourself feel again the aliveness that's inside of you, that's also connected to life outside of you. You have life force energy that's you, that's the essence of you, nourished by life. There's always more energy here. And at the same time, you're nourishing life, nourished by life, nourishing life. Like our breath comes in and out of our bodies, life comes in and out. No heroic effort needed here to belong. You're in it because you exist and you're breathing. Relax knowing that you inherently belong. So the essence of you, this energy that's not your body, it's not actually your body. It enlivens your body, but it's not your body. And it's not the role that you play, like son or daughter or mother or father or CEO or director or engineer, whatever. That's not the essence of you that we're talking about here. It's your aliveness that's like a wave in the ocean of aliveness that is all of life. You could experience yourself as the ocean, as the wave that's you. You can connect to all of it. So take a deep breath now and relax. Oh, and let yourself sink deeper into the ocean of aliveness that you are a part of, that I and we are a part of. Some people describe this as the interdependent web of life. You can call it whatever you want. Just let yourself relax and rest and be connected. So notice how you, in your particular uniqueness, like the wave in the ocean that you are, naturally can. And you may be feeling this, you may be struggling to feel it. It's fine. Just stay with whatever you're noticing and know that you're naturally a part of this flow of life. Like the turning of the seasons and the turning of the days, the flow of life, the ups and downs, the night, the day. So you are also part of the flow that is your organization, your business, a space that is both you and your uniqueness and a collective endeavor. It's not real. When you hear somebody say there's no I in team, that's not actually true because you're here. You're a part of it. What you want matters. It's a part of this flow of life that we're in, and it matters to your integrity that you know that you're connected to you. So, from the depths of your aliveness, to whatever extent you're feeling this is fine. And the flow that you're a part of, maybe even what it is that you're leading, the flow of what you're leading, what you're a part of. What is it that you are wanting? What's important to you? What deeply matters? Something very real, something practical. Let's bring that to mind. What are you seeing from your very personal perspective? Just go there. Okay, this is what's important to you. Now, allow yourself to bring in what you know is most important to your customers, those people who you deliver your products and services to. These might be external to your organization. They could be internal to your organization. Just pick one customer you can connect with right now. They're in this flow too. So, what is most important to your customer or customers? What deeply matters to them? Let yourself just go there. What you offer them, how it lights them up, helps them do things that they couldn't do without your help. So you might have some questions right in this moment and this mindfulness practice we're doing about what your customers actually need. So just make a mental note of that and you can go back to that and ask them and clarify. And for this moment, go with what you know already is most important to them. So now we have what matters to your customers. And I want you to come back to what deeply matters personally to you and the flow of life that you're a part of. You and your customer both are a part of. And let yourself feel the aliveness of you in this, like a thread of light flowing with life. What matters to you, like a thread of light. It's actually adding to the collective endeavor that you're a part of. It's you and your colleagues and all the people that you're working with. So it's like there's a bunch of threads of light here from everyone who is involved. A collective movement of life that you're all a part of, all flowing to meet the needs of your customer. Desires and talents flowing like a tapestry of light. And notice how these threads of light naturally converge in service to your customer. When you get this kind of flow going, there's no questions here about who's right or who's wrong. You're all moving what you want and in integrity with what you want through in service to the customer. but everyone wants is a part of this flow. So notice what's happening in your body and your breath as you're in your own personal flow of desires and knowing here. Really, not abdicating what it is that you know is deeply important to you personally, flowing with a collective intention. Mm. Hmm. Relax into that flow, knowing that all is well. So notice now that place of convergence where you are serving your customers' needs in very specific ways. Make a mental note of what's truly needed here. Like there's going to be some flow that goes outside of this convergence point. When you see where there's a lot of convergence, these details are the basis of a well-defined goal that you're going to need to validate with your customer. But you want that to be very clear and very specific. So notice how there is already a path of light to this goal. Like it's happening because you've been a part of this. You've been doing this. Even if you're a startup in early phases, you know, it's not like you haven't been doing anything. And you can feel the rightness of this path. And you don't have to have all the details sorted out to know that you can achieve this goal. There's a lot more to do. Yeah. And you know enough to know you can reach your goal. You can feel it in your aliveness. Whoa, yeah. So, this is what personal and organizational integrity feel like. Coming from a source that's an integrity with the depths of who you are and a convergence and flow of what deeply matters to everyone involved. At the same time, here, let yourself be honest with yourself about the challenges that you know you will need to overcome. We know that this is real, the challenges. There's more to come. And these challenges that let's think about one or two of the big ones. These will become the core of your strategy for your organization, whatever that is, big team, you over those overcoming those challenges need to become your top priorities. So not ego battles that lead to power struggles. Those don't define your priorities, but instead everyone aligned to what the customer needs, overcoming these challenges that you are strategically prepared to overcome. Just watch all of this lining up in your mind, in the flow of your aliveness. And from here, you can see the right decisions that need to be made. Not all of them, not all at once, but just like the one or two that are right in front of you. You may have a to-do list of, a bajillion things. Not all of those are important, just the things in the flow, one or two right in front of you. Those, decide on those or get people involved to decide. In this way, by connecting with yourself, the depths of yourself and your aliveness, not by pretending that you don't matter, but knowing and claiming that you do matter. Then You'll know that your instincts are on track by the aliveness that you feel as you're making decisions. You'll know it by the aliveness you feel and others feel. You'll see people lighting up. It's like, oh, yes. I did this with my creative director the other day. It's like, I'm turning this over there to these people so that you can do this. I want your input, this decision. He's like, oh, so relieved. He just lit up. So relieved. Yes, the right decision to make. We could have had an ego battle there, but we did not because we both wanted to do what's best for our customers. So notice the possibility, like right now in this moment, of your aliveness being amplified by the aliveness of others, the essence and presence of all of you enlivening each other, growing each other's presence and confidence, life supporting you in everything you do. In this kind of flow, there's nothing you need to control or hold on to. We got our guardrails here guiding us, those goals, the clarity of the flow, who's doing what. So here we get to be in the wonder and awe of life unfolding in service to a need. Each of us with our talents and our desires and our perspectives and integrity contributing to this flow. Each of us choosing how we want to participate based on what is needed as we can. So if you've had your eyes closed, go ahead and open them now. Yourself, just feel this mindfulness practice in you, just soaking in you. And as you go through your day, notice when you feel alive and practice making decisions from this aliveness. This is a way you can play with what it is that we continue to play with, what we experienced here today. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this mini mindful moment. And I will see you next week in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.